There comes a moment in life when you have to pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, am I living the story I was meant to live, or am I stuck in the one I was given? See, we all inherit a story. Some of us were told that we're not enough, not smart enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. Others were taught that life is about survival, not thriving. And so we carry these narratives like old books with torn pages, flipping through the same stories of doubt, fear, and limitation. But I'm here to tell you, it's time to write a new story. You are not bound by the words others have written for you. Your past does not have to be your future. Your mistakes do not define you. Your failures are not the final sentence. Every single one of us holds a pen, and that pen is called choice. The choice to let go of what no longer serves you, the choice to rise, to step boldly into the unknown, to create something new, because your life is not over, it is just beginning. Maybe life has knocked you down, maybe you've been hurt, betrayed, abandoned, but hear me when I say this, you are not meant to stay broken. You are meant to rebuild, to rise higher, to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. So today I challenge you, take back your pen. Write the story where you win, where you love again, where you dream bigger, where you stop waiting for permission and start living in your power. Because the world needs your story, and not the old one, the new one, the one that says, I made it, I overcame, I chose to believe in me. Acknowledge the old story, but don't let it define you. We all have a story, a past, a history filled with moments that shaped us, some beautiful, some painful, some that left scars so deep we wondered if we would ever heal. Maybe you were told you weren't good enough. Maybe life handed you struggles that seemed unfair. Maybe you made choices you wish you could undo. And here's what I know. It is so easy to get stuck there, to keep replaying the same old script, reading the same old chapter, telling yourself the same old narrative. This is just the way I am. This is just how my life goes. Nothing ever changes for me. But let me tell you something. That story is not who you are. It is just where you've been. You have to acknowledge it. Yes, honor it. Recognize how it shaped you, but don't you dare let it hold the pen to the rest of your life. Because the moment you say, I am more than what happened to me, the moment you declare, I am not my pain, I am not my failures, I am not the things I once believed about myself, that is the moment you take your power back. And let me tell you, there is power in recognizing that you are not the same person you were in that old story. You have grown, you have learned, you have survived things you once thought would break you. And that means you have everything you need to create something new. Because here's the truth, your past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. So the question is, are you ready to turn the page? Turn pain into power. Pain is a teacher. It is loud. It is relentless. It knocks the wind out of you and leaves you questioning everything. Your worth, your strength, your purpose. And when you are in it, when you are deep in the valley of heartbreak, disappointment, and loss, it can feel like you will never rise again. But let me tell you something, you can. Because pain is not just here to break you, it is here to build you, to wake you up, to shake you loose from the things that no longer serve you, to push you to grow in ways you never would have if life had just been easy. Some of the strongest, most powerful people you will ever meet did not get there because life was kind to them. No, they got there because they took their pain and transformed it. They didn't let it turn them bitter. They didn't let it close their hearts. They let it open them. They didn't let it stop them. They let it fuel them. Because every tear, every heartbreak, every moment where you thought you couldn't go on, you did. And that means there is something inside of you, something unshakable, something that refuses to quit. That is your power. And the moment you stop seeing pain as a punishment and start seeing it as preparation, everything shifts. Because now you're not just surviving, you're becoming. So the question is, what will you do with it? What will you create from it? What new strength is waiting to be born from your struggle? Because I promise you, the very thing that tried to break you is the same thing that can build you into the person you were always meant to be. Own your pen, own your power. There comes a moment in life when you have to decide, who is writing my story? Is it the past? Is it the people who doubted you? Is it fear? Is it that voice in your head that keeps whispering, you can't, you're not enough, it's too late? Because let me tell you something. If you are not holding the pen, someone else is. And that pen, that's your power. That's your ability to decide how the next chapter goes. That's your ability to say, I may have been knocked down, but I refuse to stay there. I may have been hurt, but I am still whole. I may have been lost, but I am not done. You cannot wait for someone else to rewrite the story for you. You cannot wait for permission to step into your greatness. You cannot sit back and hope that life will magically turn in your favor. No, you take the pen, you take the power, you declare, this is my life, and I am the author of what happens next. And yes, there will be days when it feels impossible, days when doubt creeps in, days when you don't know what to write next. But hear me when I say this. You do not need all the answers to start writing a new chapter. You just need to believe that you can. Because the moment you claim your story, the moment you say, I am not a victim of my past, I am the creator of my future, everything changes. So tell me, what are you ready to write? Just step out of the comfort zone. Comfort feels good, doesn't it? It's familiar, it's safe. It's that place where nothing challenges you, nothing stretches you, nothing asks you to be more than you already are. But here's what I know for sure. Nothing great, nothing extraordinary, nothing life-changing ever happens inside the comfort zone, because comfort doesn't call you higher. Comfort doesn't push you toward your purpose. Comfort keeps you exactly where you are, stuck, stagnant, settling. And let's be real, some of us have been sitting in the same place for too long. We know we were meant for more. We feel the pull, the whisper in our spirit saying, go, try, risk, step out. But fear? Oh, fear will have you believing that staying put is safer than moving forward. That the unknown is something to be avoided rather than embraced. But let me tell you, everything you want, everything you dream of, every version of yourself that you are capable of becoming, it's all waiting for you on the other side of fear. And stepping out doesn't mean you won't be afraid. It doesn't mean you won't doubt yourself. It just means you are willing to move despite the fear. It means you trust that even if you don't have it all figured out, even if you don't know exactly where the path will lead, you are being guided towards something greater. Because listen, if the road ahead looks unfamiliar, if it makes you nervous, if it excites you and terrifies you at the same time, that's a sign. That means you're growing. That means you're evolving. That means you are stepping into the life that was meant for you, not the one you were willing to settle for. So the question is, are you ready to take the first step? Manifest what you desire. What if I told you that the life you want, the joy, the success, the love, the purpose, it's not just a dream, it's not just a wish, it's already waiting for you. Because here's the truth, what you believe, you become. What you speak, you create. What you focus on, you attract. And so many of us spend our days thinking about what we don't want. We dwell on the fears, the failures, the things that have gone wrong. We say, I'm not lucky, I'll never have that, it's too late for me. And without even realizing it, we are manifesting the very life we are trying to escape. But the moment you shift your mindset, the moment you start speaking life over yourself, the moment you believe that you are worthy of what you desire, that is the moment everything begins to change. Because manifestation is not magic. It's not just wishing and waiting for things to fall into place. It's about alignment. It's about preparing yourself to receive what you're asking for. It's about walking, talking, and thinking like the person who already has it. You want love? Start loving yourself the way you wish to be loved. You want success? Show up every day with the discipline, the mindset, the energy of someone who knows they are destined for it. You want joy? Stop waiting for circumstances to change and start creating joy in the life you have right now. Because when you align yourself with what you desire, when you start thinking, speaking, and acting like the person who already has it, the universe responds. Doors open, opportunities appear, the right people come into your life. But it starts with you, with the words you speak, the beliefs you hold, the energy you put out into the world. So tell me, what are you manifesting? Embrace the process, not just the outcome. We live in a world that is obsessed with the finish line. Everybody wants the success, the breakthrough, the victory, but nobody wants to talk about the journey, the long nights, the setbacks, the moments of doubt when you wonder if you should just give up. But let me tell you something, the magic is not in the destination, the magic is in the becoming. Because every dream, every goal, every vision for your life requires a process. And that process, it will test you, it will stretch you, it will ask you to be patient when you want to rush, to trust when nothing is making sense, to believe even when you can't yet see the results. And this is where so many people get stuck. They think, if I don't have it yet, maybe it's not meant for me. If it's taking too long, maybe I should stop. But hear me when I say this. Delay does not mean denial. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not on its way, because the process is not here to punish you, it is here to prepare you, to make sure that when you arrive at the place you've been praying for, you are ready for it. So what do you do in the waiting? You grow, you learn, you become the person who is capable of holding the blessing when it comes. Because the truth is, if you skip the process, if you rush your way to the top without laying the foundation, you won't be able to sustain it. And I know it's not easy. I know the waiting feels heavy. But what if I told you that everything you are going through right now, the lessons, the challenges, the detours, is shaping you into exactly who you need to be for what's coming next? So don't give up. Don't rush the process, because when you finally get to where you're meant to be, you'll look back and realize that every single step, the highs, the lows, the struggles, the growth, was leading you right there all along. So the question is, can you trust it? So here we are at the edge of a new chapter, a new beginning, a new opportunity to decide who you are and what your life will be. You have carried the weight of the old story long enough. The doubts, the fears, the idea that you are not enough, not ready, not capable. But today I need you to hear me when I say this. You are more powerful than you have ever been told. Your past does not define you. Your pain does not limit you. Your comfort zone does not protect you. It keeps you small. And you were never meant to play small. You were meant to expand, to rise, to walk boldly in the direction of your dreams. Because the pen has always been in your hands, you are the author of this story. And if the last chapters have been filled with struggle, if they have been filled with heartbreak, with waiting, with wondering if things will ever change, guess what? You get to turn the page. You get to rewrite the narrative. You get to speak life over your future. You get to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. But you have to decide, are you ready to claim the life that is waiting for you? Are you ready to own your story? Are you ready to stop letting fear, doubt, and the opinions of others hold the pen? Because if you are, then let me be the first to say, this is your moment. The page is blank. The pen is in your hands. It's time to write a new story. And this time, make it a masterpiece.